I'm genuinely curious. Imagine yourself, you're the recruiter looking through this stack of 100 applications. How many people would read on after this paragraph? 1, 2, 3, 4. So roughly half the room. Right? How many people would still be like, no, we're going to toss this out? How many people would toss? Still toss? Why would you toss?
Because it wasn't even what.
Yeah, it's not what I'm looking for. Right? So you gave me an excuse. But remember, last time it was everybody. Right? Everybody was like, didn't even make it through the first paragraph. This time around, same situation. They're applying for something that I'm not hiring for. I'm not expecting it in that stack, and yet still about half the people were like, I'll still keep reading. It's kind of like magic, really, when you think about it. Especially for an unsolicited application. And here's the format. I am a, insert what you are. I'm applying for, insert exact job title. Advertised at blah, insert where you found it. I would like to work for, insert company name because insert something not mentioned in the job ad that shows you did 5 minutes of research. The rest of this email describes, there you go. So it writes itself. If you approach it as just like, okay, I got to boil it down to answering 5 questions. Okay, there you go. Answering 5 questions, answer them in order. Get straight to the point, just fill in the blanks. Okay, so now let's look at the body. First paragraph, done, taken care of. We've got our readers nice and organized now. That makes them happy. That causes them to read on. If we don't make them happy in the first paragraph by helping them stay organized and being on task and focused, then they stop reading and we don't get the job because we just got kicked off the island. First body paragraph. Say something specific, concrete, ideally something that you know is the most important thing that they're asking for, or is the most impressive thing, or whatever, from at least looking at yourself from their point of view, doing the job ad, kind of strategizing that we talked about and did an example on with the special ed teaching example last class. But here's the thing, you can only talk about one thing per paragraph, that's it. One example, make it good. Make it concrete. Here's a bad example. As a student at Rensselaer, one of the best technological institutions in the nation, I have been exposed to a myriad of real-world biomedical engineering application experiences. I am intrigued by the improvement of physiological systems within the body through the use of automated systems like ventilators. I am sure I would be an asset to your company. Is there anything concrete there? I'll give you an example to maybe focus folks. What does exposed to a myriad of real-world biomedical engineering application experiences mean? What does exposed mean? I've been exposed to technical writing. What does that mean?
It could mean anything, like you've seen it, you've been a part of it,
I took a class in
heard
it,
about it.
I majored in it, or I've been exposed to technical writing, Because one day I wandered into a class, and, oh shit, this is the wrong class. Oh, it's technical writing class. Oh, thanks for the exposure. You know? I've been exposed to a myriad of real-world biomedical engineering applications. Okay, well, maybe I wandered into like 3 classrooms. We don't know. There's nothing concrete there, you know? I'm intrigued by the improvement. What does that mean? Like I sit around and think about it like a couple times a month? Like if you ask yourself, what has this person actually done? Can you figure it out? No. It doesn't say anything that they have done, that they can do. There's nothing concrete there.
Also, are all these supposed to be from the same person?
No, there's a couple.
Okay, so that's like.
Because this doesn't really fit the flow. Right.
Yeah.
No, this is cut in from something else.
Well, and like, I don't, like, this is what I've always taught in my English classes, like, you only use, like, each word once. Like,
Okay.
if this was all the same, we've heard intrigue, like.
What do you like about myriad? Exposed to a myriad of the world. Does anyone know what myriad means? A lot of. Okay. When was the last time you heard it used?
No, I just figured it out on my calendar.
In speech. When was the last time that word left your mouth?
Never.
Never. So if you want to say many, say many.
Okay.
Even better, say how many? 5. Right?
It makes it more complicated than it has to.
Right. And as a recruiter with a big stack of applications, how does that make you feel?
I just wouldn't care and get to the point.
Yeah, come on. You're wasting my time. Makes you feel frustrated. Makes you feel like, dude, just say many at least, or even better, tell me something specific. But like getting back to your original, like I've always been told never use the same word twice. Well, it depends on what the word is. If the word is the,
Well, okay, yes, I meant like intrigued, like this person.
yeah, I wouldn't use intrigued. I'd use interested in.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I'm interested in. Or if I want to say, you know, I've done a lot of this, I've done a lot of that, I'd just say a lot. I mean, so basically what I would do is I would write my job email as though I were talking to the person.
Plain speak?
Hmm?
Plain speak?
There you go. Does that help you skim? There you go. And so I wouldn't use myriad, probably. Yeah.
Question for you.
Mhm.
Well, you mentioned that one of the best technological institutions in the nation is.
He or her, yeah.
Oh, yeah, when they mentioned that,
Uh-huh.
is that something good to put in?
I don't know. What do you think they were trying to do with that? Why did they waste a whole line on that phrase? What were they trying to do? Pump themselves up because they go to school at such a great place? I guess. I mean, if it does something for you, then sure. But it's unclear what that does. Here, let's look at this. Now, as you can see, this paragraph is longer, okay? Let's count up the sentences. 1 sentence, 2 sentences, 3 sentences, 4 sentences, 5 sentences, 6 sentences. Okay. You can do a lot in 6 sentences. But you can also see, I mean, part of it is that this is blown up in big font, but still, in an email, this would be a pretty long paragraph. 6 sentences is about all you get. 7 or 8, you're really pushing it. Double-digit sentences in a paragraph for an email, don't do it. That gets you tossed. Because one of the things, again, they're looking for is, are you plain spoken and can you get to the point and yet still be concrete? Because that's what time fairies can do. Right? Okay, so but let's look at this. Your company does research to improve automated hospital systems like specialized ventilators. It starts with your company. It says something about them, okay? The first word of the whole paragraph is literally your. Your. It's not I, me. The first word is your. I already have practical design experience and I can contribute to these words. Okay, then it goes to I. It says, oh, you need this, you want this, you would like this. I. See what that does? See? A technical term for that is discursive circle. You start with them, say something about them, and then bring that back to you. Oh, I. It also works well for making conversation on a date. Right? It's not just I. It's also not just you. That sounds weird. It's, oh, you, oh, yeah, that's good. I. It's a discursive circle. You make then a circulating conversation. See, that wasn't just a throwaway comparison. Classes at Rensselaer cover real-world applications of biomedical engineering principles. See, now I'm talking about Rensselaer. But I'm saying something about Rensselaer that then connects to the previous statement. Right? For example, I worked in a 5-person group. I don't say a group. I don't say a big group. I don't say a small group. I say a 5-person group. Throw in that concrete fact. A 5-person group in my biomedics design course. See how I was really specific there? I put it in the course name. Well, sure, why not? To create a ventilator design that uses an automatic oxygen sensing feedback and control loop. This design is now being reviewed by Troy General Hospital for use in their post-operative case work. This is just one example. That's all you get, could I put in 2 sentences of concrete description of, here is something I have done. And it's really concrete. I tell you how big the group was, I tell you what class it happened in, I tell you exactly what we built, and I tell you exactly why it was successful. It's being reviewed by a hospital, maybe for them to use. This shows that I have the practical design experience to support your efforts even as a summer intern. See how it went back from I to then the last phrase, almost the last word is back to your. Okay? Discursive circle. Your, you, I, me, my, your. Ball's back in their court. Starts with them. You describe something that relates to them, and then you relate it back to them. Okay? Or, if you want to just fill in the blanks, you are looking for, insert something that they're looking for. Hopefully the most important. I have, insert thing you have that connects. For example, insert concrete example that proves it. This shows that I can clearly restate this. This shows that I can restate what it is they're looking for. And end it with that you are looking for, that you are needing, that you want. There you go. Just fill in the blank. Let's do it again. So paragraph 3, you just repeat it. Okay, here's something else. Here's another thing you're looking for. I can contribute to that, or I have that because concrete example. This shows that I can do this other thing that you need, that you want. I can contribute to your efforts. Just do it over again. Or, here's the thing. Oftentimes, you'll be applying for a job that you are not on paper a perfect fit for. As a matter of fact, this will be probably just about every job you're applying for. No one matches the job description perfectly. No one's going to. Some people might get closer. A lot of people get hired who at first blush don't seem to really match the job description at all because they make a really good argument. Or you do this. If you're applying for an opening where you don't have something that you know is going to be important to them, like remember when the special ed teaching opening thought experiment we did, one of the bullet points was Oklahoma State teaching certification. And remember the, LED scrolling sign, 100% state certified, and so that's really important. If we don't have that, but we still want to apply to the job, we probably wouldn't lead with that as our first body paragraph, but we would talk about it in the cover email. Make that the second body paragraph, and what we would do is we could say, your job ad lists Oklahoma State teaching certification as an important requirement. I do not yet have that. However, I am certain that I will have that certification by such and such a date, which would be before the start date, because, and then you lay out in 1 or 2 sentences what your plan is to make that happen. Therefore, comma, if you consider me, therefore, I think I'm still great for your position because I would be completely qualified by the start date. There you go. I would be completely qualified by your start date, then you're ending with your. Another common sort of situation that especially entry-level folks coming straight out of school sometimes find themselves in is weak GPA. Like let's say that there's a 3.2 GPA cutoff for a job. And oftentimes, again, these entry-level, they're hiring people straight out of school job ads. Oftentimes they come with GPA floors. Let's say that the minimum is 3.2 and you've got 3.1. You got 3.0. You got 2.9. You got 2.8. You got whatever. It's not that. But you legitimately think that, yeah, I could do that. You still want to apply because you think you can do it. So in that case, hold on just a second. So in that case, You gotta give them an argument. Like, what is your reasoning for like, yeah, you should still consider me? This would be an example of doing that poorly. As you can see from my resume, my overall GPA is not very high. How not very high is it? Don't force me to look at your resume, just tell me, you know. I'm gonna think the worst. Okay, Mr. 1.10 GPA. Tell me how not very high it is. But your job opening really appeals to me. If given the chance, I'm certain that I could excel in this position. Is there anybody that wants to still consider this person? Or not? Anybody? I mean, I don't know. Is anybody feeling charitable? Maybe. Maybe. They seem excited.
Yeah, I feel like he would be like eager to do it, so maybe that would be like an interview to see how really eager you were.
Yeah. You would at least have to look at the resume to see just how low are we talking here, yeah?
People that like don't have the GPA or like right at that GPA, do you think they would probably like maybe like work harder for you than people who are like?
I don't know. Is it evident from this description that this person would? Are they making an argument
Yeah.
with detail and logic? No. So even if you would work harder, would you work harder smartly with logic?
I guess not.
No. Again, now you're slipping down again. Because a recruiter is going to hear this all the time. Oh, no, 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 I would be great. Yeah, that's what everybody says, otherwise they wouldn't be writing me. Yeah. Come on, give me some evidence. How's about this? Your job opportunity really appeals to my interests. As you can see from my resume, I don't have the 3.0 or above GPA that you asked for. However, this is mainly due to the many unrelated course requirements that Rensselaer requires. I have a 3.2 average in my management degree courses and a 3.5 GPA in the technology management classes I've taken that directly relate to the specific work you describe in your job ad. Therefore, if given the chance, I'm certain that I could do well in your position. What do you think now?
Let's see.
They gave you an argument,
No argument.
and they backed it up. They said, look, if you look deeper, if you look differently at my transcript, if you sort of, like, basically this is, if it were Vince Vaughn, this is what this would say. You know, oh, no, dude, no, it's okay, because, like, look at it this way, look at it this way, look at it this way. What you really want is you want someone who's great at, like, the management stuff, especially technology management, right? Well, look at my technology management grades. I mean, look, it's a 3.5, dude. Not only that, but look at what this kind of implies here. It says that, like, okay, if I'm working on, like, English 2311, calculus, that doesn't jazz me, man. But you see, like, if I'm working on stuff that I'm really excited about, I give 120%. You can see that from the numbers. So, like, I might not be the Einstein in your organization, but I'm going to be the one who, with this job, is going to be there 60 hours a week, because that's who I am in the classes directly relate to what you're looking for, man. Come on, hire me. I'm motivated in that stuff. I live for that stuff. That's basically what this, in a drier, more professional, toned down way, this paragraph says. And it has concrete detail. It has a logical argument. That's why it works. Or at least why, and maybe it still won't work. I mean, it's your best shot, right? But it'd be a lot better than that. Probably. So there you go. So your second body paragraph is either, you know, the same as the first body paragraph. Here's something else about me that connects to you that's really awesome sauce. Or it's the, all right, look, and there's something that might look like a problem at first, but here's why it's not a problem. Here's why I'll make it not a problem. Here's a different way of looking at it. Here's why you should still really consider me for the job. Right? And that's it. That's all you get. Then the last paragraph is a simple call to action. What's going to happen next? Who's going to do it? When's it going to happen? Okay? It might be as simple as this for most of the situations that you folks, most of the hypothetical job ads the real job ads, but hypothetical application situations that you folks are practicing. You're practicing applying to a solicited opening, they're expecting applications. So your last paragraph is going to be this, basically. Thank you, you say thank you. Say thank you. They've spent time getting to the last paragraph of your crap. Thank them for their time. Thank you for your time. Okay. I hope to hear back from you by the end of March. This is what this sentence does. What's going to happen next? Well, somebody's going to contact someone. Who's going to do it? They're going to contact me. When's it going to happen? Well, in this case, by the end of March. And give it, just like that last sentence of a thank you note, the last sentence of a quick solicited call to action job letter. Give a time frame and use common sense. Like, for example, if you're responding to a job ad that was posted January 15th, and you're applying that first week, you can anticipate that it'll take them at least 4 weeks, probably 6 weeks, to sort through all the applications and figure out who they're going to call for an interview. So, okay, 4 to 6 weeks from the middle of January, well, that's by the end of March. There you go. Don't tell them you want to hear back next week. Don't tell them you want to hear back in a year. Just be reasonable. Use common sense. And again, what that does is it subtly communicates, you got other stuff going on. You got other, you're excited about this opportunity and you'd love to hear back from them, but it needs to be by hopefully the end of March, or you might be gone because you got other stuff going on. And that's, again, how even that simple ending sounds a lot more powerful than this. I hope we can arrange an interview, subtext, because I've just got nothing else going on. I'm just sitting on my phone all the time.